global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. They say Peter Obi is all about social media and there's no physical structures going on. Well, it looks like it is moving from social media to offline, and things are happening in very quick succession. Just fairly recently, Bashir Ahmed did a sarcastic statement how Peter Obi is so popular to the point that it's about 80 to 85% of him that in fact he has already won. Well, from all indication, even the Arawa youth have said to take it personal. In a moment, you're going to see some of the some of the pictures where Arawa youth decided that it's about time they make a billboard for Peter Obi so that everywhere they go, everywhere anyone moves around their state, they will know that that state and the youth is for Peter Obi. Talk about a standpoint that is quite amazing. Well, as we speak as well, Peter Obi have decided to mention why it's very necessary to listen to all Nigerians, regardless of who you are. In fact, he gave a little illustration of how an insane man rescued him from the level, or gave him a wonderful advice that helped take care of Okey Bakassi. If you've ever grown up or passed through Okey Bakassi in Onisha, you will agree with me that place is a danger zone. But after his tenure, he was able to calm a lot of things and said that the advice came from a madman. And to make it very interesting, David have decided to tell Peter Obi to do this as a matter of urgency, because this time around we are actually in a situation where campaigning, everyone party, everyone's aspirant, everybody's bringing their best arsenal into the game, and they're telling Peter Obi, don't go on the defensive, go on the offensive. All this we're going to wrap into one. But before we do that, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with what David said. Well, according to the news, some Nigerians online have reacted to the inclusion of Peter Obi picture on the praying mat, and Peter Obi reacted to it, apologized, and spoke quite a lot about it. Well, it looks like the statement from Peter Obi has led to a lot of reactions and comment from Nigerians online, as some have commended him for his tweet. However, popular Nigerian investigative journalist David Hundeyin, in reaction to the statement released by Peter Obi, wondered why Peter Obi is always apologizing. He said, what on earth is Peter Obi always apologizing for? Being popular, he should please put a sock in it. He don't do, as in, please guy, don't go on the defensive, always apologizing. After all, according to him, there have been other aspirants whose talks are doing so many terrible things on and offline, and they have never apologized. Of course, in another news, very quickly, Peter Obi have decided to expose how he was able to get the right decision done by an insane man. He made Nigerians to realize that every Nigerian is important, created by God, and whether poor or rich, we are all equal before God, and we have the right to become Nigerians. And he said when things were getting really rough when he was the governor of Anambra State, and Okey Bakassi was a danger zone. When he came around, a mentally unstable young man came to hug him. His security wanted to stop him. He said, "No, allow him. He's also an Anambra, is Onya Anambra, so he should be allowed to have a chit chat with him." And the madman hugged him and told him, "Do you want to know what goes on around here? Would you like to solve this thing?" He said, "Why? Of course not." Of course, I would like to. He was really a bit amazed. But to his amazement, the madman said he always stays here every day and he sees what happens every day and night, how they do all manner in Okey Bakassi, and told him he should do this, and he said he applied it and it worked. So what's he trying to say? He said the solution to Okey Bakassi's insecurity was a madman that gave it to him and he applied it, which means everyone is important in his tenure. A lot of people applauded it. But one of the things that shocked me, a lot of Nigerians, what they did that got my attention, was actually Okey Bakassi, where he told Nigerians, look, it's about time. The mistake we made in 2015 and the 2009 and all that, We will not repeat it. 2010, 2009, we will not repeat it again. And it demands that Nigeria wants a political debate for presidential aspirants in 2023 Nigeria elections. He said if they had time to address delegates, they must address us too. Nigerians have been reacting to this because I could still remember fairly recently I made mention of that issue of debate. It's more than needful. We don't want to hear lofty campaign promises. How I would turn water to wine, how I will make oil to be flowing through your backyard and everybody will be scooping one cup. We don't want those impossible things. We want things that are realizable, things that are achievable, and you're going to break it down how you're going to do that. Don't forget that when Nigeria is heavily indebted, so we want to know how we're going to come out of our debt trap and to become a producing country. And that can only be gotten from campaign promises and through debate, where we're not going to be a case of I'm going to make Nigeria a Dubai, a small London. How are you going to do? How are you going to make it happen? Give us step by step achievement, of which I have noticed, and I know most Nigerians too have noticed it, and that it just seems to be only Peter Obi that is doing all the talking. He will tell us what he wants to do. Nobody is telling us anything. Instead, they're just telling us just vote for this person and make it happen. How is he going to make it happen? A lot of Nigerians are beginning to talk. Okay, Bakassi is championing this, and a lot of Nigerians are actually agreeing to that. This one here is saying, see, look, I don't think it's something we should talk about, something they must do. Another person said, Uncle, okay, stop shaking this table now. You must shake it, oh, because if he doesn't shake it, all of us are entering one chance. So all of us, yes, so we will shake the table. We need to know what we are in the boat we are riding come 2023. We need to know. If just fairly recently, we keep hearing things like there's no primary and secondary school certificate. All of a sudden, something that should not even be heard in public space. We keep hearing things like our certificate is on. How did it get missing? That something Jogno came and took it. How did Jogno do it? As in things that are not they're almost like magical is what we are hearing in Nigeria. How did you get to university if your primary and secondary school certificate is missing? Like somebody had once asked, he said, okay, even if you cannot remember your certificate is missing, at least you can remember the year, the school. Let Nigerians go and do the findings for you. We have a way of digging things, unfortunately. But let's find out. This one here is saying, this person here is saying, I agree with you, but I just noticed that Tinubu and Atiku just left the WhatsApp group. Very sarcastic. And that person here said, oh, and Obilia was president and get disgraced with fat check. I don't know what that means. This person here is saying, and what is the new thing that Obi wants to show Nigerians? Anambra has said it all. One just needs to be blinded and brainwashed to compare Anambra with ordinary Ogun State. Without Ogun industry, Anambra cannot invest $20 million. The Ogun industry, how is it affecting everybody? Look, sometimes, okay, who is in the Ogun industry that will come and change the narrative? Is it not the one that we have a Jokuta still? Is it functional? Up till now, Jakarta still is not functional, but that's still that should change the narrative of the economy of Nigeria as a whole. Apart from Lagos, I think we will still have a very highly industrial state. Don't forget, Southwest have always been known to be very industrial because, unfortunately, I must say this, because of the push, a lot of when Lagos State became the capital city, a lot of immigration from other states to Lagos State happened because most of the industries, most of the headquarters of most parastatals and industries were located in Lagos. When Lagos got a bit congested and with the mineral resources available in Ogun State, a whole lot of people pushed into Ogun. So Ogun shares boundary with Lagos. It's only normal that there will be a spillover of both population and industrialization in Ogun. It's not rocket science. Do the same in any other part of the country. Do the same in the west or in the north or in the east. You get the same results. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's the take?